Yo, 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 what is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love, and to Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, Venus, or if you just want to hang out with the Geminis, the twins of the zodiac, if you're checking for your family and friends, welcome, Gemini. This is going to be your tarot and oracle card reading for March 26th through April 1st of 2024. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. So the dominant vibration that you are bringing into this week is that of the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups in reverse. It's an interesting card. So it's like maybe this is the inability to let things go, to walk away from things. I think this is interesting too because, like in this one, he's like walking towards like this freaking golem. I don't know if he's the one that controls the golem or if he's just ready to actually like face his fears, but it's in reverse. Gemini, you're not ready to face your fears. You're not ready to take things head on. What's going on with that, Gemini? Well, let's see. Some of the dominant events for this week, some of the challenges, the events are going to be coming up. Is that of the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords. This is interesting. You feeling like you have to rest a little bit, take some time. Maybe that's why you feel like you can't really face things head on. Maybe you're still having to process your emotions, process what you're feeling, process the things that you are going through this week. So then you can be a little bit more prepared to take on these challenges and maybe a little more prepared to actually confront whatever it is that you're kind of holding down. I feel called to draw another card for you, though, Gemini. Well, I have the Sun card. That's actually beautiful. Yeah, I think this is really just coming down to recognizing your own creativity, your own passion. You know, that Sun is in your 11th house, of course. So I think this is actually a good thing. So maybe it's like you have to just recalibrate, reinvigorate yourself. That's really what this comes down to, Gemini. You have to reinvigorate yourself so you can confront these emotions that you've kind of been like pushing down and not being willing to kind of let go and let God. So this is going to give you an opportunity this week to really feel more invigorated, to charge up your batteries, if you will. So I actually like that. I actually do like that for you, Gemini. Now, as far as like the overall outcome of the week, I do have the Ten of Wands, though. This is what you're avoiding, Gemini. You're avoiding doing some of the hard work and some of the labor. It's like maybe you're trying to take some shortcuts. There's no shortcuts to this, Gemini. No Gemini is probably because you have that tricky mind. You know what I'm saying? You're mercurial. You try and you're very intellectual. You're very smart. You try and find different ways and corners, and you do like finding the shortcuts. You do like finding those different edges in life. You know what I'm saying? But there's no avoiding the hard work. And I think what you're probably feeling is that your ruling planet is slowing down, and it's slowing down in your 11th house. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what you're feeling. You know, there's no avoiding the hard work, but I think it's like, yeah, this may be a bit of a struggle, maybe tough, but there's maybe there's some burdens that you're feeling, you're having to carry, some emotions that you're having to carry, but they're yours to carry. But also these sticks, he's going to use that to build something. Anything that is worth building is going to take some. It's going to take some effort. It's going to take some blood, sweat, maybe even tears. Gemini. I know you probably don't want to hear that, but it does seem like at the very least, you're going to be kind of recharging your batteries so that when this Ten of Wands energy does come up, you're going to be a lot more prepared to actually carry those loads. Now, for your dice, I do have Saturn and 14. Saturn and 14. So not quite over the hump, but just right there. I feel like, for you, there's probably some sort of decision that needs to be made here with the Saturn, but it's at 14, so it's like you're right at the fence, if you will, trying to figure out. It's like you're so close. It's so close, and I think that's what this comes down to. Maybe why you feel like you are having to reinvigorate yourself and kind of rest and recharge your batteries is because it's like you're right there. It's like you're so close to that breakthrough, if you will, to getting over that hump, but it's like it feels a little bit elusive for you. And don't let that cause any frustrations for you this week, Gemini. I think that with that Sun card that's still come up here, you definitely have a lot of power and definitely can feel much more invigorated and feel the more creative imagination kind of come through and fill up your entire being. But yeah, it does kind of feel like you're on the precipice of getting over the hump, but you're not quite there yet. There's some type of lesson here that Saturn is bringing. What is it teaching you? What is the lesson of this moment? And how can you utilize this to strengthen your resolve and strengthen your understanding of yourself, the world around you, and you can take on this challenge and move forward to the next level. So just because there's a bit of a hump that you're trying to get over right now doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It kind of does feel like a bit of a boss battle. It does kind of feel like a bit of a boss battle. So it's like I feel like Gemini, you're doing like a boss fight this week. And I think it's like you get to the boss fight with the 8 of Cups. You walk into the dungeon and you see the boss and you're not within range for it to notice you yet, but you could probably sense that maybe you're not quite ready yet. So you kind of go back out of the dungeon, right? And maybe you just do some leveling up. Maybe you fight some low level monsters and you kind of level up a bit. Maybe you rest, maybe you recuperate, maybe you have to do that because maybe you ran out of materials to heal yourself and you thought that you were going to just kind of sweep through this boss fight and you realize that it's actually a little bit bigger than you thought. No shame in not rushing right into the dungeon and fighting this boss. No shame in it, Gemini. It's okay. Go back, recharge, recuperate, battle those low-level monsters, if you will. Get that XP up, ascend to another level. That way, when you come back into that dungeon, you'll be able to fight that monster on much more even terms. Because otherwise, and I think this is a good thing. I think this means that you are pretty perceptive, and it's a sort of a humbling moment for you, Gemini, where it's like, okay, this is a little bit big. Let me go back and recalibrate and come up with a better strategy so I can come back instead of just rushing right into it and probably getting bodied. You know what I'm saying? It's probably better for you to actually kind of take a chill pill for a bit, go back, recalibrate, and then when you come back, you'll be able to handle it. I have the card of remembrance for you, Gemini. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. I think this speaks to the Four of Swords here. You are kind of having to go back and remember all of the things that you've gone through, all of the things that you have overcome, all of the lessons, all of the challenges, all of the successes, the wins, the losses. This is going to give you an opportunity to kind of go over those things and take stock of what all you've been through and see the beauty in the fact that you've made it to this moment and you're here, you're alive, you survived, you're strong, and you have overcome a lot. So I think it's about recognizing how far you have come and that it's okay if you need to take just a slight step back and not charge right into the dungeon and face this boss, if you will. You can take some time to just appreciate all the things that you have gone through and the fact that you are here at this moment. That's going to do it for your tarot and oracle card reading this week, Gemini. I hope that you all enjoyed it. I trust that this message will assist you on your journey this week. If you did enjoy this, please like, share, and subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below to my website, jphoenix.com. And as always, y'all take care, stay blessed, have a wonderful week, Gemini. I will see you all on the next tarot reading, or if you watch my daily astrology forecasts. Peace.